when you're trying to discipline your child, restrain from some of these other things because it promotes aggression, you know? How so? Because this is you trying to discipline this child and letting them know that probably whatever they're doing is not right.
Wrong.
Yeah, you know? So how then do parents, you know, contribute to aggression in children?
Look at an example of a child whose parent is trying to make them not watch a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Okay. And the parent will come and yell at this child. What you do all day is just watch TV.
Yeah.
And not that this is not the tone they use.
Yeah.
They're yelling at this child.
Yeah.
Okay. Chances are that this child will want to retaliate back.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they feel like I'm being oppressed in some way.
It's my right
And that
then.
is why sometimes we say, if your child is watching cartoon or they are watching cartoon, do you want them to do something different? You take time, tell them you have 10 minutes to watch cartoon. Then after that, we are going to do the next task.
Okay.
That is easier for children to adapt to. That is easier for children
Negotiate.
to follow. Exactly, to follow, because they know in the next 10 minutes, I'll be doing something else. So you have also prepared them psychologically that this is going to happen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Negotiate. Okay. We didn't get so much of that when we were growing up. It's either my way or the highway, you know, for most parents. And people say it worked. You know, we turned out okay. If anything, we are more disciplined as compared to the current generation, you know. And that's what so many people are saying, that fine, discipline your child. It's important that all parents discipline their children. But now, right now, you do not employ the you know, forms that we used to be disciplined. Exactly. Initially, now you have to, what you're saying, negotiate with this child, tell them, listen, you have 10 minutes to watch cartoon and then we're going to do something else. As we were like, no,
It's time,
now,
it's time.
yes, you know. So that aspect of negotiating, does it guarantee that this child will be disciplined all the time or will not express any form of aggression? Because there's some who find you negotiate and tell them, you have 10 minutes, right? And then you have 5 minutes left. And then 10 minutes lapses and you tell them, so now we need to do something else. And the child starts fussing, you know? So does it always guarantee the best results, and especially for the parent?
It does not always guarantee the best result.
All right.
Because remember, we also say that the developmental stage of the child also matters.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if there are any other underlying conditions that this child has, probably an emotional disturbance or an emotional issue that they are going through, then it will always result into rebellion at some point. And that is now where you see they're throwing tantrums, they don't want to do this and this and this. And research shows that most kids who do these, sometimes their IQ levels are quite lower, so that when you try to communicate something, even understanding it becomes a problem. So it is a whole new dynamic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, it doesn't go, because people say, I mean, no, you're raising a generation that will be so weak, you know, because you negotiate everything, you know, and sometimes there has to be a boundary between you are the child and I am the parent, you know, and you have to respect me as a parent, you know. So most of the time, or sometimes what I say goes, you know, like there's no room for that aspect of negotiating.
Exactly. And that is why it is very important that as parents, set the non-negotiables.
Okay. All right.
Set these expectations that the child will know we will not negotiate on these. We can on these, but on these we cannot.
We cannot. Okay.
Because in the long run, the parent has a say in all that.
True.
Yeah.
True. And children are very smart. They and like you said, they learn by observing. They would also try to mimic, you know, the parent and all those things. So if you set like some non-negotiables, then they know this is a no-go zone. When mom says it's time to eat, it's time to eat. It's not like, mom, can I watch cartoon as I eat?
And then also
like
consistency. You know, there's no way you will tell me this is your non-negotiable today and tomorrow you don't follow it.
True.
But kids appreciate consistency. They know this has to be done every day. Look at us when we were growing up. We knew that after meals, we have to pray.
Oh, yes.
And there is nothing that you can do about it. Once you're done, exactly. And it was a consistent thing that had to be done. And therefore, we grew up knowing at this particular time, I will do this, I cannot do this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So set some sort of structure
and routine.
In the house, so that the child knows we do this. And there's some children who do really well.
Yeah.
Like you go to some households and the child knows immediately after eating, you pick up after yourself. You do not leave your plates at the table and you go,
Yes.
okay, then.